That's crowd esteem. Y'all follow me on that? What you're looking for as an influencer, I use the word influence a lot. I like the word influence too. As an influencer, you can start crowd esteem. It can't be fake. It's got to be real praise. It can't be praise like, yeah, she did like, no. It can't be fake praise. Like, oh, you look so good in that dress. Did you see her in that dress? I swear to God. It can't be that. Okay? What is she? She can't wear that. It's got to be real. You get crowd esteem. Crowd empathy is higher level. You get to this level, you know you got some team motivation going on. And I can't have a discussion being from the University of Alabama without giving you an Alabama football example. So settle in. One of the things you'll see, and we get a chance to work with the football team in Alabama and recruiting, and we're very lucky to be able to do it. One of the things you'll see on the field, an Alabama football game, is when, I'll use defense as an example, when a defensive player makes a mistake, especially when a young player makes a mistake, out of position, read the play wrong, whatever, makes a mistake. Now coaches yell at people and things happen during the game, but for every one of those, there are 10 of these. For every one picture of Coach Saban on the sideline yelling at somebody, they love that stuff. That happens 1 out of every 10 times, and maybe that something bad happens. He yells at his coaches because he pays them. But a lot. But a leader of that particular position is not assigned by the coach, but naturally becomes the person who will go over to that player very, very publicly. So the leader of the position, the senior linebacker who's going to be drafted on the first day of the draft, walks over to young Buck after young Buck was in the wrong place and Georgia scored a touchdown. Walks over to that young Buck, and it might be, I got you. It might be, here's what you did wrong. It might be anything. Doesn't matter what it is. He could walk over and say, I'm going to Subway with no money. You want to go? Doesn't matter. Listen, doesn't matter what he says, because there's an effect on the rest of the team of the draft day leader walking over to young Buck publicly and putting his arm around him. And the effect of it is, yeah, he made a mistake, and I got his back. You want to talk to me? You want to complain about how he was in the wrong place? You want to bitch and moan, pardon my language, about him not doing the right thing and not making the sale, not making the play, not whatever? Come talk to me. I made more plays on Tuesday than you made in your entire life. Come talk to me. And that's crowd empathy. That's a leader in the organization going over and saying, if anybody has anything to say about your failure, they can come talk to me. The problem is, this is a little bit more management theory than you probably wanted, but the problem is, people love to get distracted. Human beings love distraction because distraction is the enemy of accountability. How was that? Was that pretty good?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Distraction is, that was freestyle. Distraction is the enemy of accountability. See, if I'm distracted, if I'm worried about what you did wrong, this son, he never makes sense, never did anything right, never did this, never did that, then who's at my desk doing my work? Nobody. But I'm all over him because he ain't no good. And I'm excusing my accountability by being all over him. So crowd empathy says, go back to work. Don't worry about this kid who made that mistake. He'll make the play next time. Go back and worry about your job. Y'all got me on that? Okay. That's crowd empathy and crowd esteem. Those are just very small pieces of team motivation. Now, tell me how you're doing. I know you're doing team. I know IDR. So tell me how you're doing team. How are you doing team motivation right now? How are you fostering and facilitating connectivity among the people who work in your office?
Weekly reports.
Say again?
Weekly reports.
How's that? That sounds terrible. Is it better than it sounds? I tell you what, let's do. Even if it's really awesome, can we come up with a new name for it? Weekly reports. That's a horrible name. Go ahead.
Every person on the team sends out an email to the rest of the team by 8 a.m. on Monday talking about the week before.
Okay.
Kind of talking about what they did, also who led them and who they led.
Okay.
Cool summary.
Everybody, let me just clarify. Everybody on the team is required
Yes.
Monday morning At 8 o'clock, you send an email about how they help the world. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I need a better example than that right there. We're getting better than that. That's not a good example.
What about leadership development?
Say again? No, I don't want to. That was kind of jerky to me. Why? I am. Why is that not ideal? What are the reasons why that week it's required? What time is it required by?
8 a.m. They can do it on Sunday. I'm not.
Just digging a hole.
Trying to make it better, it made it a lot worse. Well, you can do it on Sunday at 2 in the morning. It's, Sunday when you should be with your family. Just take a minute while Scotty's playing baseball. I came to the church, I gotta send my weekly report. Oh God, I'm sorry. There's a couple reasons why that's not correct. Okay, no, it's okay. You tried. What? That's like 90% of me. What? Give me another example. And it can be just as bad. We'll make fun of it and move on. Say it again.
It's the KA, like it stands for kick-ass.
Oh, that's better than with the report. We're already better.
So once a week, I'll kind of write up a couple sentences on somebody who did something extraordinary the week before.
Yeah.
Whoever had the most votes gets a boot. Put on their desk.
Y'all love a competition.
It is also
Who
mandatory.
can eat their lunch?
But it's
bags?
also required because I get an email from Hillary every week. telling me that I have to turn
You
my
just send an
in.
email every Monday night. It's like, I didn't get these people. Send it now.
And she calls me out on it.
Every time.
Okay.
I think it's the same as someone too.
No, listen now. No, we have our own. We're right here on one thing, and now we're going to take it back, right? We're going to go back to it. You said it better than me, Val said the way I said it. Buying or selling, right? So are you buying that or are you selling it?
I both. I buy it and I sell
No, but I mean, are you? You're selling you're selling them on doing it. They're not coming to you saying, "Hey, we want to do this."
True.
Okay. So I'm not saying don't do it. Listen, I'm not saying don't do this. I'm not saying don't do it. It can be part of your team matrix. Listen, y'all may not want to admit it. There's somebody in this room who really loves that thing. I know they do. I promise they're not. Who loves it? They're into it. They like it. They want it. So if you take it away because you decide to take it away, then you're doing the same thing as you said, right? So maybe it's not mandatory, or maybe you can adjust it somehow. I'm not saying don't leave here thinking I can't do that anymore. But when I need to have other things in my team force besides things that begin with the word mandatory. This is not mandatory motivation, it's matrix motivation. Go ahead.
Celebrating anniversaries and promotions.
Oh, awesome. How does that manifest itself? Like, how do y'all do that?
For big achievements, everyone gets together and either does something in the office or a dinner.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so what would qualify for, promotion would qualify for? What else besides promotion would qualify for that?
Being here for a year, 2 years,
Working.
10 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tenure, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a great example. Can I ask this one? I'm stating the obvious here a bit, but y'all are in a tough business. I mean, this ain't, Snow White up in here, okay? It's hard. And it's not going to get easier. It'll get easier for you as you get better and get more experience and increase your skills, but the industry is not going to get easier. So if it's not easy and it's hard, and if we work with an insurance firm, their close rate is 5%, Jay? 5% is their close rate, right?
Yeah.
So for insurance, that's pretty low. I mean, it's for around the world. Your close rate is probably even quite a bit lower than that. But 5% close rate. Now, when 95% of the time you're getting your butt kicked, it's hard. Now, that one, every time they get one, it's whoosh, you know what I mean? And you can live off one, you know what I'm saying? It only takes one. But it's a lot of failure. So how can, in a group, in an industry, in a firm that's just in the DNA, there's going to be some failure and some rejection in what we do here. So how are we going to use crowd empathy or any other thing? How are we going to use team motivation? How are we going to use team motivation to help people when they fail? How can we do that? You can be a good leader. That's leader mode. Put your arm around them, guide them, support them, give them love. Do that. Do that. You can give them reward to get them pumped back up again. Do that. Do that. Talk about the mission. We've done the second. Do that. how are we gonna have it be, it'll stick more, you'll create more loyalty, you'll create a connection to people around. Listen, if everybody's connected to one another, that's another way to prevent retention or low retention or turnover that you don't want. I said that very badly, so I'll say it again. When people are connected to one another, then when they leave, they're leaving the company and one another. And if I create an environment where people are connected, not forcing them to connect one another, but if I create an environment in which they are connected to one another, they're probably not going to want to leave as much in the first place. You're putting more obstacles in them leaving. Now, I'm a fan. Listen, I'm on record. I'm on video. Go to the website. Look, I'm on record as saying sometimes turnover is the best thing in the world. Because turnover, the only way to guarantee continued poor performance is low turnover. Think about it. But most of the time, I don't want turnover. I got good people, I want to keep them. So connecting them amongst each other, having a microculture, facilitates them not wanting to leave their brethren. So how do we do that? Come on now, we can do this. How would you like to do it? Instead of you selling, no, I'm serious. You're trying, you're setting these things up, you're putting them out there, you're trying to get them to do it, you're trying. So instead of talking about Hillary making me do this and Hillary making me do that, okay, what's your idea? What's your idea? I'm asking. Love the girl in the green dress. You the one, Hillary. What's your idea?
I don't
Right?
have one, right?
Okay. Well, you might want to come up with one. You don't like Hillary's idea. So what's your idea? What can we do? If you can't do that, I'm trying. You're trying.
No, I appreciate it.
What can we do? What else can we do if we can't do that?
I mean, we've got to get better about celebrating the yeses, the wins, as opposed to just, it's expected, right? I mean, it is
Okay.
expected.